Good morning and welcome to Garage Misadventures. I'm Doug. This morning we just got our new bandsaw. This is the Laguna 14BX, and we're pretty excited about it because we are upgrading from an old, really small Craftsman to this big Laguna machine. It is very heavy. We backed the truck up back to this garage door and tipped it out of the truck. They loaded it at Woodcraft with a forklift. So you can see I've got it tipped back here, and the reason is because I know there's some small parts right here, but I think I've got it oriented the right direction. So I'm hoping what we can do is take out the small parts and then tip it up and pull the machine out carefully. I was really trying to avoid having to pick it up from the floor, so that's why we're doing it this way. So we're just going to dive right in, see what's in the box, and get it set up. Alright, so it looks like we have the table right here, the fence, manual, don't need that. Probably will need it in a minute, but get some of these small parts out of the way. Alright, so what I just did actually worked really well. So if you bring one of these home and you tip it out of the back of your truck, you can lean it against something to get those small parts out without them falling out on you, and then walk it out of the box, you don't ever have to pick it up. So the only accessory we're going to be utilizing from Laguna is this wheel kit. This is the same wheel kit for both the 1412 and the 14BX. Which means that this bracket right here that comes with the kit we don't use because it's only for use with the 1412. So one design bonus of using this mobility kit with the 14BX versus the 1412 that the rep at Woodcraft mentioned when I bought it was this larger cast ring wheel that kind of sticks out some on the 1412 would be on this side, which this is the end of the table. So it's kind of bulky, and it's in an area where you might want to stand. On the 14BX, it goes back here in the back, and the much smaller double wheel axle goes here, so it's a little bit more out of the way. So that's kind of a nice little design bonus on using the mobility kit with the 14BX versus the 1412. Alright, so we got the roll on. I don't have it aligned yet because we don't have a blade in, so we'll align it once we get the blade in. And we're going to put the fence bar on here. Alright, so overall pretty easy assembly. Have to put a blade on now, but this one's a lot easier to put together than the 1412 because there's no base to put together or anything. It comes ready to go out of the box. So. Alright, so we finished our bandsaw box up. I'm sure those of you familiar with bandsaw boxes noticed a few things I didn't do exactly right, but this is my very first bandsaw box, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And also I had the opportunity to try some turning today. If you watch our channel, you see the wood turning is usually done by my dad, so he was showing me today how to do a little bit of it, and I made these little knobs for our box. So pretty happy with it for my first one. It's not perfect, but what project is. But since we filmed the first part of this video when we bought and assembled our 14BX Laguna bandsaw, we've actually had it for several weeks now and have been very pleased with how it performs. It is a huge step up from the little one we had before, and really like the blade tension gauge right there that makes the blade changes really easy, and pretty nice to do the blade changes. So very happy with it. Kind of 2 months into ownership of it. Really like the brake feature, and I think we're pretty happy that we put out the extra money for the 14BX over the 1412, and it was a pretty good buy, and particularly my dad gets to use it a lot, so we have broken it in. And anyway, thanks for watching Garage Misadventures. If you like projects, woodworking projects, and that type of thing, check out the rest of our videos. Drop us a comment, let us know what you thought of this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our future projects. Thanks for watching.